What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's good, y'all? Back with another Scap attack reaction video. I see Scap put out a video the time LeBron and the entire NBA teamed up to rob Kobe Bryant. On the thumbnail, it had David Stern, LeBron, and D. Wade. So I know who's going to talk about, especially Wade's recent comments. Oh, the minute Kobe won a championship, I call LeBron, like, what the hell are we going to do about this? Kobe keep winning all his rings. Let's team up to try to stop Kobe Bryant. And then they had David Stern. I know that has to do with the Knicks trade, not Knicks, the Knicks trade, where Chris Paul was basically on the phone with Kobe Bryant. They thought a trade was final. Well, all the teams agreed to the trade. On the phone with Kobe. Kobe's ready to pick him up from the airport. And then all of a sudden, later in the day, David Stern vetoed the trade. Yeah. We'll see what Scap has to say. Go check out Scap Attack if you haven't. Fantastic channel, guys out here putting the truth on the history of the league. Let's get into it.
LeBron James has been telling us all about his own greatness for years, while fraudulently surpassing the legacy of a better player in his own era. And now it's time to expose the lies. As for well over a decade, the basketball community has been operating under the premise that LeBron James and Dwayne Wade teamed up to destroy the competitive balance of the entire NBA in a desperate attempt to compete with the Boston Celtics' alleged super team in the Eastern Conference. But it turns out that the two of them actually teamed up out of desperation of this guy's mounting ring count. This pairing.
There's also a false narrative that's going around that the Boston Celtics formed themselves to stop LeBron James. That's a lot of BS too. LeBron James wasn't doing nothing during that time.
Of course, stemming from the free agency of LeBron James following the 2009-2010 NBA season, a season where LeBron humiliatingly flamed out against the Celtics in those playoffs in the Eastern Conference semifinals in 6 games. That same Celtics team also eliminated Dwayne Wade's Heat team in the first round of those playoffs in 5 games. But just a few weeks later, of course, Kobe was defeating that same Celtics team in the NBA Finals to capture his 5th championship ring, leaving LeBron at the time with 0 and Wade with just the 1. For Kobe, though, it wasn't just his 5th title, it was his 2nd straight and his 3rd consecutive finals appearance. And while Kobe was playing with a group of players which consisted of only one other All-Star in Pau Gasol and no other top 75 players, the desperation was so utterly real for the other supposed great players at that time. Forced to sit back and idly watch the legendary and unattainable heights that Kobe Bean Bryant was reaching. And Dwayne...
Let me just say this. When he mentioned that Kobe Bryant was playing with no other top 75 players, he wasn't saying Kobe and Pau and no other top 75 players. Pau Gasol was not listed on the NBA top 75 list. So it was just Kobe Bryant.
Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were apparently both watching and both overcome with the depressing realization they could never reach Kobe's level. As according to Dwayne Wade himself in a recent roundtable discussion, he admitted to contacting LeBron about a team-up the moment Kobe won that Game 7 against the Celtics in the 2010 finals.
I remember cutting my TV off as soon as Kobe ran and grabbed that ball. I was like, LeBron.
All right.
That was our summer free agency. They were dominating. Like, Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now he got 5 and we got 1?
The two of them were both watching that series, and they were both watching Kobe even closer in the summer of 2008 when the three of them were playing together on the Olympic Redeem team. Both LeBron, Wade, and that entire team ultimately got an up-close look at Kobe Bryant.
Kobe was already like drenched in sweat, and we was like,
Oh, yeah, he different.
And it became more and more evident amid those 2010 finals that they just didn't have what it took to reach that level of greatness alone. So it was time to light up a good old-fashioned pyrotechnics smoke show in Miami. James and Wade, two top 3 players in the NBA at that time, also reached out to, at the time, 5-time consecutive All-Star Chris Bosh, who also coincidentally was on that 08 Redeem team. And the 3 of them would cowardly amass a team that would be named the preseason odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship that summer. Not the Lakers, who were back-to-back defending champions and had been to 3 consecutive final series. Of course, the Lakers would not make it into the NBA Finals that 2011 season due to a slew of injuries, including Kobe's own ailing right knee. Later in that offseason, he would travel to Germany to undergo platelet-rich plasma therapy on the knee, which had been
PRP, all right? I actually got that surgery as well because I had severe patellar tendonitis in both knees from powerlifting. And I still have it, to be honest. I need another surgery. I probably need another 2 surgeries.
Surgically repaired 3 times already. And at 32 in those playoffs, following 3 consecutive finals runs, it was clear his injury, as well as the declining Lakers team, ran out of gas against the Dallas Mavericks. In the second round series against the Mavericks, Pau Gasol, his only All-Star and by far the second best player on that team, showed serious levels of regression and decline, averaging just 12.5 points per game for the series on 42% from the field. And those Mavericks, after defeating the back-to-back defending champion Lakers, would go on to meet the super team Heat in the finals later in that postseason. And despite Dwayne Wade showing up and showing out, leading both teams in scoring and averaging 26.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists on 55% shooting from the field, the Heat just simply couldn't overcome the epic gag job by the chosen one, LeBron James, who was the 5th leading scorer for that series, behind Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Bosh, and Jason Terry. Now, at the end of that season, the collective bargaining agreement between the Players Association and the owners expired, and when the 2 parties were unable to come to a new agreement, a resulting 161-day work stoppage would ensue, beginning on July 1st of 2011 and running to December 8th of 2011. On the very day the lockout ended at 5:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 8th, Yahoo Sports broke the story of a blockbuster 3-team deal between the Lakers, Hornets, and Pelicans. The crux of the deal involved the Lakers sending Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom out of town while receiving back prime 26-year-old Chris Paul to pair with Kobe Bryant in LA. But later in that day, in a stunning and unprecedented move by the league offices, they vetoed the trade, blocked and disallowed a trade that all 3 teams had already agreed and signed off on. A week later, Chris Paul was instead traded to the LA Clippers. The 2011-2012 season that would ensue saw Kobe Bryant return to elite form following his off-season knee procedure, as the 33-year-old Bryant, in his 16th season at the time, finished a fractional decimal point behind Kevin Durant for the league's scoring lead, averaging 27.9 points per game to KD's 28 point.
Now, let me just say this. Kobe could have led the league in scoring that season. So it came down to like the last game of the season. And KD had his game. And I think it was close the deal, 28 points per game. And then Kobe is like, hey, this is the last game. You can go get the scoring title if you want it. You only have to score X amount of points and it's yours. And Kobe's like, no. Our seed is solidified. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I could give a damn about the scoring title. So no, I'm going to go get rest and prepare for the playoffs. And he let Kevin Durant have the scoring title. And I remember Mike Brown was the coach at the time. And Kobe was a bit I guess, maybe disappointed. And Kobe realized Mike Brown really didn't understand who the hell he was. The fact that Mike Brown asked Kobe, did he want to get the scoring title and did he want to play? And Kobe just was kind of like, really, dude? You think that's what I care about? I'm looking forward to this championship. I give a damn about a scoring title. And the fact that you thought it was even questionable and felt the need to ask me that tells me that you don't understand me as a basketball player and what my motives are and my mentality. I remember that. I do.
0. And Bryant finished 4th that season in league MVP voting, while Chris Paul on the LA Clippers finished 3rd for that award. Both players were selected to the first team All-NBA that season. But both the Clippers behind Paul and the Lakers behind Bryant would make it to just the second round before ultimately being eliminated by the Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the series against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Bryant faced down a trio of Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, 3 future league MVPs. Yet Kobe Bryant, at the age of 33, was clearly still the best player in that series, leading both teams in scoring while dropping a stat line of 31 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.5 steals for the series. But alas, the aging, washed Pau Gasol, who the Lakers tried trading away in the offseason, who only averaged 12 points per game the season before in the playoffs against the Dallas Mavericks, only averaged 12 points per game again in this series. But what if Kobe Bryant, who was still playing at all league levels this season,
That series pissed me off because there was like two or three games in that series where the Lakers were up in the final moments of the game and they blew leads. And it's just like, they completely melted down. Where it looked like they had the game in the palm of their hand and they melted. I remember it. I was pissed.
Finishing just 1/10 of a point behind Kevin Durant for the scoring crown that year, while being named not only first team All-NBA, but also second team All-NBA defense. Yeah, what if that Kobe Bryant had paired with Chris Paul on that team that season? Well, very probably they get to the NBA Finals to face down the Heat team, who ended up playing a pretty tight competitive series against that upstart Thunder team, which eliminated Kobe in the second round. But that young Thunder team just didn't have the knowledge or the experience to finish off those close games. Something that one of, if not the greatest closer in NBA history, would not have struggled with if he were in that series. But the NBA, behind this bum, felt compelled to veto that trade that sent Chris Paul to LA, all the while just 2 summers earlier consummating and even celebrating this collusion-laced pairing of these 3 coward losers. When examining the actual disgusting timeline of events, it is absolutely stunning what lengths and unprecedented tactics had to be taken to rob Kobe Bryant of adding to his legacy while simultaneously helping to construct and build upon the overrated legacy of the self-proclaimed fake GOAT.
Goddamn Scap Attack, you're a genius. You're so good at what you do. So wonderfully done. So accurate. All the context put right where it needs to be. Nothing he said in there was false or lies. And I always go back to think about that. I'm like, man, what, Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant? Tell me in the history of the NBA a better backcourt than Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant. I'll wait. I will wait. You want to talk about what they can do offensively and defensively at the 1 and 2 position? Both guys elite on both ends, offensively and defensively? What? They both are snub-nosed pit bulls, bulldogs? Chris Paul got some of that Mamba mentality in him, not to the level of Kobe, but he got it. a no-nonsense kind of guy, just like Kobe is, they understood each other. And I'm not a Chris Paul fan by any means. Definitely not. But man, we could have seen something very special there. And it wasn't even like the trade was unfair. It wasn't. The Lakers were losing Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol. Many people thought the Lakers were worse after that trade because they lost Lamar Odom and Pau. And I think there was another player in that trade, another Laker player. If I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look, but it's not important. Come on, man. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in NBA history. One of the most altering, like, it just, just like what if? So all I can think about is what if. Maybe people weren't sitting here waiting. I wish Chris Paul could get a championship. I'm really rooting for Chris Paul. He probably would have had one already. Crazy, man. Crazy how things shake out, rather. Yeah, that's all some BS, man. Kobe had a lot of obstacles that he had to go through, man. Even ones outside of what Scat mentioned. I'm talking about like from the beginning of his career to where he ended. So many damn obstacles that Kobe Bryant persevered through. So many. From the not getting minutes, though being very skilled and talented and should have been getting minutes. You know, getting drafted to an already contending team with an all-star in Eddie Jones. You know, succumbing his skills. You know, being, I guess you could say, put on a leash for many of the years during that Shaq and Kobe era. For the betterment of the team. You know, with Shaq being the nucleus and playing in the triangle offense, slow pace. You know, had to hold back a little bit. Had to wait 8 to 9 years before he could actually be the Black Mamba that we knew him to be on a consistent basis as the sole leader of the team, to this nonsense, to the super teams, to the torn Achilles. So many obstacles, man. Let alone all the different injuries he was playing with and playing through without getting surgery and just doing treatment and rehab throughout the season. Come on, man. Y'all let me know what you think about it, man. Kobe fans, you have a home here. We are pro Kobe Bryant. Come on, man. Come jump into this Kobe Bryant content. Go support Scap Attack. Black Mamba forever. Rest in peace. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. I'll catch you on the next one. He also called David Stern a bum. Oh, I thought David Stern was but still, rest in peace to David Stern. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.